I am the fattest in rebirth. Chapter 1, Blue Star Awakens. The day Shen Yan was reborn was a particularly ordinary morning. Before dawn, he woke up from a noisy dream, and when he woke up, he saw a concert poster from an unknown number of years ago plastered on the ceiling. 2024 Zephyr Asia Tour, North Star Night. In the center of the poster, a handsome young man is holding a silver guitar in his arms, smiling with infinite light. That person's name is Li Wumu, who is the most popular all-round artist in Langxing in the past 10 years, and one of the culprits who forced Shen Yan to quit the entertainment industry in the previous life. Ah! Shen Yan rubbed his temples and muttered to himself, didn't I die suddenly after a quarrel with an investor in the hospital? Why are you back in your college dorm room? The time shown on the phone screen is September 1, 2022. This year, he just entered the performance department of Tsinghai University, and his mind is full of how to become popular, how to get out of the circle, how to make fans, and how to let Li Wumu know who is the pearl of the entertainment industry. As a result, 3 years later, he was suppressed by capital, misunderstood by internet hackers, abandoned by the company, and finally vomited blood to death with a worthless contract. In this life? Shen Yan turned over, stood in front of the mirror and pinched his still green face, grinning. An artist who doesn't want to be a top student is not a good entrepreneur. I must live a legend. He paused for a moment and gave himself a loving encouragement, come on, you are the fattest. The voiceover sounded silently, You're skinny. Shen Yan, I'm fierce. Voiceover, then you have a look. Shen Yan glared, meow. Chapter 2 The King of the Volume descends to earth, and the double cultivation of learning and art. After being reborn, Shen Yan has 3 main goals. 1. He became the #1 actor in the training industry. 2. Cross-school learning and becoming the first student in the school. 3. Start a company and get your financial freedom to the pinnacle of your life. For this reason, he gave himself a code name, Wan Wang Yan. In the acting department, he memorized the script faster than anyone else, and also copied all the theories of drama performance into a mental map. When he audited at SME, he always appeared in the first row, and economics professor Yan Boyan thought several times that he was a top student in the finance department. In fact, he had already used his rebirth memory to short a batch of virtual stocks, started with tens of thousands, and earned his first pot of gold. At night, he hid on the balcony of the dormitory to talk about business models, analyze performance psychology, read scripts, and do fitness live broadcasts, and became an internet celebrity for a while. Roommate Jiao Yangdong wailed, are you an artist, a top student, or a fitness blogger? Shen Yan bit the apple, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'll be a male god by the way. Chapter 3 The Beginning of the Star Road, The Mystery of Light and Shadow. In the spring of 2023, Shen Yan will participate in the campus talent show Star Pass. Originally, it was just a small selection, but I didn't expect that one of the judges was his opponent in his previous life, Li Wumu. What's even more exaggerated is that Li Wumu has not fully debuted at this time, and he is just a trainee with good resources. You can't be wrong this time. Shen Yan said secretly in his heart. In the first round of the competition, he impressed the judges with a clip of his own screenplay window, telling the sad and joyful story of a small town boy who dreamed of becoming a poet but lived in the city, and finally recited it aloud in the subway. After 3 seconds of silence from the judges, Li Wumu clapped his hands and laughed. Your name is Shen Yan? Not bad, very soulful. I hope you can hold out a little longer. Shen Yan smiled, you too, come on. The audience at the scene seemed to smell the smell of gunpowder and laid down the barrage one after another. 2 geniuses, Mars hit the earth. Hostility actually appeared in Li Wumu's eyes. Who wins and who loses? Watch the next issue. The show exploded, and Shen Yan became a hot search figure. However, he knows better than anyone that the real battlefield is not in the show, but behind the show, the border between business and entertainment. Chapter 4, Drawing a Tiger for Bones, Chasing Dreams into Gold. After the show, Shen Yan did not sign any entertainment company. He used the accumulated funds to establish his own brokerage company, Yang Guang Entertainment, focusing on a new model of independent development of artists and script co-creation and resource integration. He signed 2 new on-campus recruits. He Sinan, born with a sense of joy, is eccentric, and is a natural variety show. Su Yan He, quiet and introverted, is good at script writing and soundtrack. The 3 of them formed the 3 Sons of the Yan School, filming short dramas, participating in variety shows, and publishing scripts, with a unique style. At the end of 2024, they will launch the web drama Dreamin', which will become popular all over Blue Star overnight. The critic exclaimed, this is not acting, it is living. Yang Guang Entertainment was also valued at more than 100 million yuan in 3 months, becoming a dark horse rising star in the venture capital industry of Blue Star Entertainment. In an interview, a reporter asked Shen Yan, how did you come up with the idea of creating an entertainment company? He replied easily. Because I know that no one can give me enough stage, so I'll build one myself. Chapter 5 The truth is exposed, and fate is wrong. Just when their careers were at their peak, an anonymous revelation brought Shen Yan and Li Wumo's past into the spotlight. Broke the news that the two had conflicts as early as before the draft show, and the script of Dreamin' created by Shen Yan was actually plagiarized from Li Wumo's work when he was a student. Public opinion is sloppy, and the internet is discouraged. Yang Guang Entertainment's stock price plummeted, the partner suspended the contract, and Su Yan he even lost contact for a time. And Shen Yan only said, I won't explain, I will prove it. He personally appeared on the show Truth stage, wrote the play live, designed the shots, improvised the soundtrack, and exposed the source code and timestamp of the draft of Dreamin', proving that the source of creation preceded all revelations. At the end, he laughed. The world isn't black and white, but I can make the light a little brighter. 3 hours after the show was broadcast, Yang Guang Entertainment's stock price stopped falling and rebounded, and Li Wumo clarified, the past was a misunderstanding, but he is indeed the brightest star of this generation. Chapter 6 The Name of the Future, Redefined. At the beginning of 2025, Blue Star's first Future Youth Top 100 list was released, and Shen Yan appeared on the list as an academic cross-border innovator and a youth entrepreneurship mentor. Someone asked him, you once said a sentence, you are the fattest, does that sentence still count? Shen Yan laughed. I'm really a little fat now. But I'm still the hardest working, most serious one. The voiceover floated faintly, then you take a look. Shen Yan blinked, meow. Chapter 7 The Global Stage, The Hidden Chess Game. In the summer of 2025, Yang Guang Entertainment had just come out of the public opinion turmoil, and Shen Yan was planning to keep a low profile, but an invitation letter from ZESA, Global Entertainment and Creative Alliance, completely broke his small plan. You are invited to attend the Blue Star Youth Innovation Representative Forum as a guest speaker and intend to participate in the pilot committee of the new cultural agreement. This move not only means that Shen Yan's personal strength has been recognized, but also his concept entertainment company, the first time that it has been included in the circle of the Global Cultural and Creative Discourse Center. Heechinen was so excited that he almost spilled the juice. Brother, we're called out to sea. Su Yan he frowned and whispered, this invitation letter is wrong. ZESA rarely accepts a company that is less than 3 years old so quickly, especially a small venture capital institution from East Asia. Shen Yan shook the black tea in his hand, and his eyes became deep. So we have to go. Let's see if you want to lend me to the top or borrow me as a stepping stone. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 8, Under the Mask, Codename Saltwell. The ZESA annual conference is located at the Right Kyoxin Literature and Art Center. The venue was brightly lit, cultural and creative giants from all over the world gathered, and Shen Yan appeared in a black stand-up collar suit, full of aura. However, less than 10 minutes into the game, he noticed that there was another undercurrent in the arena. A Ashkenazi representative who called himself Garoz Eisen asked him a sharp question. May I ask Mr. Shen, does your proposal of the disintermediation artist autonomy model be tantamount to completely destroying the existing entertainment ecology and then affecting the security of the global content supply chain? There was a murmur from the audience. Shen Yan replied calmly. My model doesn't destroy anything, it just gives creators more freedom and revenue distribution. And if an ecosystem can't stand the stimulus of a free market, it's long overdue, isn't it? Harrow's face changed slightly, but he said no more. After the meeting, Su Yan he brought an urgent piece of information. Heroes belongs to a secret organization called Saltwell, which has been controlling the global artist management and data entertainment system for nearly a decade. Their real goal is to turn all creations into digital and controllable entertainment commodities, and to deprive creators of their right to speak. And you, the only founder who proposed the open source creative license, this invitation is actually a hunt. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 9, The Black Rain Agreement and the Culture Wars. As the incident heated up, Shen Yan officially exposed the Yanjing Agreement in the forum, and joined forces with young creators from many countries to propose a cultural innovation framework called Light Language Agreement. Disintermediation. Self-negotiated royalties. AI collaborative drama book generation. Protect the personality and data rights of creators. The move angered traditional forces. For a time, he was restricted by multiple platforms, warned by investors to withdraw funds, and was also labeled as a radical cultural destroyer. Li Wumo quietly stood up at this time, and publicly announced his support for the trial implementation of the Light Language Agreement with his platform Ueja Video. Netizens are crazy. They joined forces. Entertainment gods side by side, what is the plot direction of this? Wait a minute, I'm still immersed in the meow of the first season, how did it become a political rebellion? Underscore 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 un. Chapter 10 Holographic Stage, The Real Fierce. In 2026, the Light Language Agreement will be officially trialed in Blue Star Nanso. Yang Guang Entertainment has created the first holographic open-source show in history. Every audience can choose the actor's perspective through AR, and each plot branch is voted by the audience to independently generate the ending. The first pilot show, titled Dream of My True Self, tells the story of an artist who escapes from the system and finds creative freedom. Shen Yan personally played the male lead, and the stage design was minimalist, but because of the real resonance and amazing technology, it sparked global discussions. In the last scene, he stood in a shabby costume in the virtual galaxy and whispered, "I said I was fierce." The audience thought he would meow again, but saw him slowly raise his hand and take off his mask. It is the face of Shen Yan, who has not been modeled and modified at all, slightly tired and has real traces. And then he rushed to the crowd, smiling. "This is me." For a time, the global barrage went crazy. "You're really fierce. This is what an artist should look like. The fattest he is really the fiercest." Underscore 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 un. Chapter 11 The Next Stop, The Boundary Between Dream and Power. When the Light Language Agreement gradually spread to other countries, Yanjing Group launched a final counterattack, proposing the Black Rain Agreement, in an attempt to replace real-life creation with AI fully automatic entertainment content, completely depriving creators of the right to intervene. Shen Yan, together with Li Wumu, He Chenan, Su Yanhe and others, formed the Free Creative Arts Alliance, FCLA, to promote regulatory revision and content ethics dialogue on a global scale. Finally, he stood on the podium of the General Assembly of International Cultural Organizations and said, "This is not an artist's rebellion against capital, nor is it a betrayal of art by technology. This is everyone's declaration of sovereignty over their dreams." The lights fell. Shen Yan whispered, "You know what? Along the way, I just didn't want my dreams to becoming too thin." Chapter 12, The Secret Word Before Dawn. Li Wumu made a private appointment with Shen Yan in a remote space projection cafe. Her eyes were dark, and her voice was unusually low. "Brother Yan, have you ever thought that if we lose, the dream, the platform, the creator, and the agreement will be wiped out?" Shen Yan was silent for a moment, and her eyes fell on the line of words she had inadvertently drawn on the table. "If freedom is wrong, I would rather be wrong to the end." He smiled. "I didn't think about losing, because I had already lost. Everything now is my chance to do it all over again. Not to win against them, but to make us live like ourselves." Li Wumu looked up, unloaded her cold shell of the Ghost Talent Director for the first time, and nodded slightly. "Then let's fight to the end, Brother Yan." Underscore 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 un. Chapter 13, The Day of the Beginning of the War. The Yanjing Group, together with 8 major digital entertainment groups, launched the Black Rain Protocol pilot project in South America, and launched AI Alternative Theater, Virtual Singer System, and Creative Robots. The FCLA, Free Creative Arts Alliance, has launched the True Art Agreement, a protocol platform that emphasizes human emotions as the core of content. Both sides knew that this would be a cultural war that would affect the creative ecology for the next 50 years. The first confrontation was a virtual and real creation challenge that was watched live around the world. Xiaoi sent out a fully automatically generated AI star Unix, who performed perfectly without sleep. The FCLA sent out the free theater troupe trained by Shen Yan himself, and the rookie actors from 5 continents moved people with improvisational performances and on-site interactions. Shen Yan never appeared, but he appeared holographically at the end of the performance, leaving a sentence. "We are not perfect, but we live." After the live broadcast, the performance of Freedom Theater set a record for the highest interaction in history, but the performance of Unix was questioned because the audience was too perfect and lacked emotional touch. A duel between technology and human nature, cracks have appeared. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 14, Shen Yan disappears. Just as FCLA ushered in a phased victory, a piece of news shocked the world. Shen Yan, the founder of Yang Guang Entertainment, lost contact on the way to the Arctic Island Cultural and Creative Experimental Base, and is suspected of being illegally detained or attacked. He Sinan collapsed on the spot, and Li Wumu was silent. Su Yan he immediately mobilized overseas relations and secretly launched the codename Goshawk Project. A few days later, a sentence leaked from the mouth of the core members of Xioi. He's too dangerous. He's going to ruin the order of the entire entertainment industry. As soon as the news came out, public opinion exploded. But no one knew that Shen Yan had actually been transferred by Li Wumu in advance. He was hidden in a studio on an uninhabited island and underwent a months-long memory chain integration session. Aren't you going to live in symbiosis with AI? Then let you have the dual creative mindset of humans and AI, and see what tricks you can play. Underscore. Chapter 15 Final Agreement. A year later, Yang Guang Entertainment joined forces with Yueja Video, Xingguo Drama Club, Monin.com, Fuyun Original, and Neon Fantasy Hall. A total of 11 new generation content agencies jointly launched. The new content world chain creation Star Ring is a virtual realm with Shen Yan's creative concept as the core, and humans and AI collaborate to create, make decisions and share revenue. The move shocked all walks of life and even attracted the support of the United Nations Cultural Bureau. Shen Yan officially returned, standing on the main stage of the virtual city of chain creation Star Ring, and said in the most insipid tone to the all blue star. It's not that I won, but everyone who is willing to create and be seen wins. At this moment, a bullet screen quietly brushed by. So. Are you still meowing? He looked at the camera and smiled softly. Not today. Today is the time for us humans to speak. Underscore. Chapter 16, The Fattest Dream. On the day of the release of Chain Creation Star Ring, it broke the record of the highest simultaneous launch in history. Young creators from all over the world are starting to pour in, whether it's painting, music, scripts, or even baking videos, they can participate in profit sharing and evaluation with the creator as the core. He Zinan cried and said. Brother Yan, we really did it. Su Yan he still had that cold face, who do you think will sleep the latest when you do this platform? Li Wumu asked him softly. And what's next? Shen Yan looked at the night sky, thought for a while, and said. I want to make a movie, it's called I Am the Fattest Again. It's not a biography, it's a dream story. Everyone laughed, only he knew that the dream began from the moment he woke up in the hospital bed of failure. Underscore. Postscript, you can also be Shen Yan. On the third anniversary of Chain Creation Star Ring, the global user exceeded 600 million, and more than 30% of the content was initiated by individual creators. Shen Yan handed over all control to the FCLA's CO Governance Council, and he retreated into the background and began to live and create. A reporter asked him. What do you most want to do right now? He replied with a smile. I wanted to write a fairy tale about a meow who always thought he was a tiger. The reporter asked. And then? Shen Yan blinked. And then that meow. I finally realized that I didn't have to be a tiger to change the world. Countless people in front of the screen were silent for a long time, and then left messages. I also want to be that meow. From today, I'm going to write a story. I want the world to see the value of fat.